Well, it seemed like he wanted to get him at the end, though.
I'm sure he was
Well,
pissed off.
he wanted to get them the whole time, but I don't know that.
No, sorry. Ralph wanted Atropos to
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
have access to him or some. I don't know.
yeah. Ralph was all like looking forward to challenging him. I was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. No, 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 no.
I've been sipping too
Like
much.
this is some. Huh?
I just said sipping too much aura.
Yeah, yeah, right. He's a little drunk on that shit. Uh, fucking beer balls, aura balls. Uh, he's this supernatural type entity that most of the time he can't see unless he really tries. You want to challenge that, right? It could, and for that matter, how come he didn't just cut Ralph's cord? Why is he like going
Yeah,
after other people around him? Why did you go up to Ralph and Lois when they're not looking and snip that shit and be done with it?
that did
Like
confuse me.
Yeah, it seems like we're supposed to believe like Ralph is, I don't know, like,
protected,
yeah, because he's a part of the purpose.
but he what? Well, wait a minute. He wasn't. And wait, how did it go? He was neither purpose nor random till Atropos made him random. Is that right?
Well, I thought it was the
Oop.
other way. I thought he was neither until somebody made him in the purpose, like some green
Maybe that's what it
godly
was.
figure.
Or when Atropos made Ed random or something like that. Atropos was the only thing in existence that could have, we lost Amber again, possibly wreaked havoc upon Ed, and it just happened that they met and that he cut his cord.
All right,
Who
sorry.
called?
That time I accidentally hit refresh.
Oops. So yeah, Atropos is like the only one that could have fucked with Ed to wreak that much havoc. So I guess he did. One hell of a coincidence, huh? How has that never happened before? It's like, what happens when I do this? What happens when I do this? Seems very terrifying. It was the life force it wanted. Their Ka. Well, hold on. Ka is your life force?
Hmm.
I mean, that doesn't.
That seems wrong
Yeah. Ka,
based on what we know.
Ka is more fate. It's not like your soul.
Yeah, it's like your destiny, not your. I don't know. Like I said, he's just making shit up now. Well, I guess that's what he does for a living, but you know what I mean. And then yeah, I think we've covered a fair bit, right?
Yep.
That whole um scene at the Civic Center is just awesome. When they're like going up and down and like doing acid and not, and then seeing bug guts everywhere, and Lois keeps saving them, man. He's just constantly underestimating her.
Yeah.
Like he would have been uh busy staring at the instrument panel for the next 20 seconds if she said hadn't like come got him out of the fucking plane. And how did she do that? How do you go from on the ground to into a
The
plane?
same way that
I'm not
he
gonna
did.
listen. Didn't he get like thrown up there? Did he do it
He went through the porta
himself?
potty.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I forgot that.
oh, is that how she did it?
I'm
Oh, okay.
assuming, yeah.
Oh, I just thought she like twinkled her nose like Bewitched and got up in the plane. Um, it was all for Patrick Danville, and I got to tell you, I don't think I ever want to read Stephen Dobbins again.
I know. I was like, at first, I was like, are these all the same book or are these really different ones? Because I don't remember. Like, I felt like he just kept saying the same poem, or collection.
I mean, it could be. Fuck do I know?
I kept expecting him to talk about himself.
Stephen King.
Yes.
Wait, say that again?
Although I guess maybe the Green Man was Stephen King.
Maybe.
That is Deus Ex Machina, right? Almost by definition. Maybe he is a green man. He didn't know how to what? Help Ralph?
Well,
No? Yeah, they didn't really need the green man, I gotta tell you.
it was to give Lois the earrings back, but yeah, there's a lot of ways to do that. Like
I mean,
finding them.
didn't he rip them off the Atropos's ears? What did we need someone else to give them to for?
I don't know.
She had
Yeah,
them.
all we needed him. What's that?
I thought Ralph had given her the earrings back by that point.
Yeah, but didn't he
So-
have the earring? He was using them as weapons. He cut Ed with the earring or something, right?
Because
Yeah,
she
but-
gave them to him.
Yeah.
Oh, she gave them back to him. I think I read too much at once.
Oh yeah, that was right. So he gave them back to her, and she gave them to him, and she was like, "A green man said you'll need these back."
Yeah.
How about
Okay.
yeah, those things were really unexpectedly good weapons. I was like, okay.
Yeah, earring pokes are
Slash him.
not that long. I'm like, how is this physically possible?
Like, if you put it between your two fingers, I don't even know if it would stick out.
Not well.
Yeah,
Certainly.
I mean,
I kept picturing the puzzle box from that movie last night, and I was like, I know it's nothing like that.
how about Ralph peeling Atropos's fucking head off? Like a little cut here, a little cut there. Oh, you didn't answer quick enough. Let's do a couple more cuts. Like, oh my God. Ralph's getting all sadistic on his ass.
He
Yeah.
even said that he was like, I think I'm enjoying this, and then at one point he was repulsed, and he was like, okay, good. At least I was repulsed by that.
And he does it again. He said, yeah, I mean, how mad was he, I guess, right? I will be punished. I can't tell you because I'll be punished by the creature you call the Crimson King. First question, what do you call him? And I like when they show him at the end. Again, he's like, okay, so Rosalie 2 was missing. So he just took the dog this time? Like it wasn't a bandana or anything. It was like they couldn't find the fucking dog because he was holding it to run out in traffic, I think, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like.
He's kind of up in his game there. You can. When the dogs see him, do dogs live in a different level? Is that why they live shorter lives? Wait, no, they would live longer lives if they could see auras, right? Never mind. Not important.
Maybe they have the same, like they're technically supposed to be the same lifespan as humans, but they're just operating at a higher level.
Dogs are just smarter than me. I like how he's like, this is very 11/22/63 here. Can you imagine how different the world might be if Hitler had drowned in the bathtub as a child?
Oh,
You might
trust
believe
me.
it would.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Get, you might believe it would be better, but I can tell you the world would not exist at all if that had happened. Yeah.
That was exactly what went through my head. Was like, yeah, we know things in history should just stay that way.
Mm-hmm. Remember when we killed Kennedy and we went back to the future? I mean, let him live, not kill him. See, fucking the green card man all up. I just created 2 more for him.
I
Yeah.
also keep thinking of the green card man every time they say like green man or green aura.
I thought exactly of the yellow card man when they said green man. I'm like, ooh. And then I thought of Sonny when he dresses up in the green man at the Was it the Phillies game or the Eagles game? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Charlie's got a whole green soup thing going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Green Man. So as soon as they said the Green Man, I'm like that. I was laughing because that's what I thought of. Yeah. Why is God green? I think we eat purple.
Money.
Ooh, envy. I'm still not sure what the fuck they did to his arm. Put a bomb in there or something. What was it, like a flash of light that? Or no, it was more like a tornado that like just whisked him away. Like that was pretty fucking easy. Can you get one? Can I get two of them, please? You just
I'm so
yeah.
confused by their powers because like clearly they knew what was going to happen and knew that he was going to need to explode the fish off of him. But so like how come like Atropos, I don't know, there's just so many like loopholes. Like he should be able to see everything coming then.
Yeah. There's yeah, clearly they know things, and clearly there's things that are going to happen no matter what. So clearly, free will's a bunch of crap. And how much do they know? Do they know what they're told?
What do
Or
celebrities
they?
Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Do they know things? Let's find out.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. Where did Atropos get his information? Does he know that? Because he's going to do it, and he was like, "I'm going to do this in 5 years." Fuck you. Or did someone tell him that you need to go do this? He's random though, right? So by definition, no one's telling him shit. Yeah,
Or
sorry.
maybe
See,
maybe it's one of those like he can see every possible variation of the future and he's just showing one that he thinks will happen to make Ralph react.
I think you just made the yellow card man's head explode. He, damn it. I wonder what she did this time. uh, the kind of premises, when he goes back in time, the yellow card man holds all the realities in his head to keep him straight. So every time you go back, you create a new reality.
Ah.
What'd you do? What was it?
It's just the same thing. My phone like keeps refreshing for some reason.
Yeah. I had to put mine. Did I say that before? On Do Not Disturb to stop all the interference.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
So yeah, when Allie was talking about all possible realities, I was like, oh my god. I went straight to the yellow card man. I was like, oh, he just made his head explode. Yeah, and Ed wasn't really. Ed's kind of likable, except for the whole beating up his wife part. But like when we interact with him, I like his personality. I kind of wish he was different.
Well, he's very a joker. Like he's just kind of unhinged.
Yeah, I mean, it's borderline sympathetic because he's crying and all Ralph has to do is touch the picture of Natalie and Helen, and he doesn't care about the fucking Civic Center, any of that shit anymore. Nothing else matters. So for him, it's all about them, which is weird because he beat her to a fucking pulp.
Right.
I don't know what that means. Does that mean it wasn't him who hit her, or he wasn't in control? Because I said, what does Ralph say? He's crying, and he'd been crying. He realized he'd been crying the whole time. He wasn't crying for something. He was crying for them. I can't remember what it was exactly.
Well, Ralph even says like, did he have a choice? And I can't remember exactly what the comment he made was, but it was like, yeah, I think he decided to let the devil in. So he like had decided that Ed I don't know, maybe was partially still culpable.
I believe you, son of a bitch. I mean, do you choose to let the devil in? I feel like that just kind of happens. Or you don't realize you're making that choice. Pay attention to your mother. Mind me now. Whether those, what does it say? Those words had pretty well summed up Bertha Roberts' views on the art and science of child rearing, hadn't they? Whether it was in order to wait an hour after eating before taking a swim, or to make sure the old thief Butch Bowers didn't get a lot of rotten potatoes at the bottom of the peck basket
Oh
she'd
yeah.
sent you to fetch. I guess Butch was a kid in that situation. When Ralph's mother was raising Ralph, Butch was a kid. So Ralph and Butch are the same age ish.
I think that would make sense, right? Because
Yeah.
The whole visual of the Kingfisher is awesome.
I know I couldn't
I
figure out
pictured,
what it was turning into at first. I was like, "What is this?"
I like how they're like, they call it a catfish, we're calling it a kingfisher, so get over it.
I was just glad it wasn't a spider.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Right? And the fucking catfish is going to go up in a toad ash, and the spider's going to be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Catfish can
But,
actually bite, though, right? Like,
oh, that's what they do. That's how, like, the crazy, am I allowed to say rednecks? I don't even know.
just say
You know,
fisherman.
right, swamp people that fish with their hands.
Oh,
They like go into the catfish dens underwater and just stick their hand in there and let it bite them, and they pull it out because then it's stuck on their arm. That's how they fish. And you know, these aren't little teeth we're talking about here.
I was gonna ask, does it hurt?
Oh yeah. Like that thing that Ralph describes. That's how they do it. They just took it like to a little bit, you know, more of a level. But they bite, they clamp down, and you pull them out, and then you get them off, and then congratulations, you just fished. But it was almost, what's the show we watched there? Was it Ren and Stimpy where they had like a talking catfish? I was picturing some cartoon almost with the catfish with the whiskers hanging down, and he was like standing up on his
I
fins
was
talking to somebody.
too.
What is that from?
I think it's Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, it could be.
That was my first
I
thought.
was rude. Oh, and damn it, I forgot to mention that. The Gage Creed sighting.
What?
Who?
Gage Creed. Do we know who that is? Amber knows who that is. Do
I
you know
mean,
who that
yeah.
is?
No.
Pet Cemetery.
That is one I have not read. I saw the older movie,
Damn,
but
where'd
that
it
was
go? I
like
highlighted it.
forever ago.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Well, I don't know. Amber, what do you think? Should she see the new one? I think you should watch the old one first again, and then watch the new one.
Yeah. Well, I want to. I didn't see the new one because I wanted to read it first, but then we started the podcast, and I was like, I'm not gonna get to that for a while.
That's not a bad one. Can you search like Kindle? Hold on, I'm trying to. Ooh, it works. The sneaker. Oh wait, Scout who had fallen and broken his neck while hiking Mount Katahdin. The sneaker of a little boy named Gage Creed, run down by a speeding tanker truck on Route 15 in Ludlow. That's in Atropus's stuff. He took fucking Gage's sneaker.
I totally missed that. That's such a cool Easter egg.
Huh.
Right. So Pet Cemetery is all Atropus's fault.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing of it. Like any unexplained or horrible death is Atropus's fault.
Right. Must have
So
been a cord cut.
wait, is Eddie's death Atropus's fault?
Ooh.
Huh.
Honestly, probably not. That was probably.
Yeah. Because it would be a different
They weren't in
level
Derry.
there.
They weren't
Right.
different level, different town, different continent. Turbos can't leave Derry, remember? We haven't done any. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I was staring at it, and then we started talking about something else, and I forgot. Like, oh, there's all kinds. I mean, yeah, like you said, I can't help it. Like, ooh, Easter egg. Ooh, Easter egg. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, you're like, oh, what is it when they say the name of the show in the show? It's like, oh,
Oh, he said it. He said
yeah, he said
it.
it. See, now I lost my place because I went back to find that. Well, I guess. I mean, oh, there it is. Uh, the colors began to brighten, and Ralph turned his face away, raising one hand. Blah blah blah. He understood that a conduit had opened between the level where he was and the unimaginable levels stacked above it. He also understood that if he looked for long into that brightening glow, those deadlights, swirling colors, then death would not be the worst thing that could happen. So that just like brought everything, that one word, as soon as I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? So now it and Insomnia are together. Like that just connected them completely.
Yeah.
You slick bastard.
Weren't the deadlights mentioned in the tower?
Were they?
Am I making that up?
I mean, it happens. I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought they were mentioned somewhere, like maybe not explicitly, but at least like referred to in the Todash Darkness aspect of it.
Maybe. Okay, I don't. Oh, here, let me see. Let me try to search. Let's search deadlights and see. Gage Creed worked, so let's see what we get for deadlights. Because that would be in here, right?
It almost sounds like this passage is implying that the deadlights are like at the top of the levels.
I know.
Yeah,
And how many levels are we talking about? I don't remember the tower being that damn tall.
I don't know. I don't think it's the same level. I think we talked about that. It's not like these levels aren't necessarily the Dark Tower levels.
Yeah, he's talking about like aura levels, blinking levels. I don't know what you call it. It's existence, time levels, or being levels. Or yeah, the only part that says deadlights is the part I just read in this book.
She said the Dark Tower.
Oh yeah, fuck.
That's a lot longer search.
Yeah.
Well, I do have that book, but I'm doing that right. I'm not that worried about it. We're just gonna say.
Like try and go back in like the concordance or something now that I can actually read it.
There's lots of things to discover in there.
Well, you haven't read The Stand yet. What else is there in that matters? The Stand doesn't even really matter.
No,
just because he just went, hey, that guy in that one, yeah, I'm gonna put him in this one too. And then we're gonna confuse everybody and call him Walter or fucking Martin, depending on my mood. She says, she didn't do it that way. She says Patrick right after Sonia Danville, or he says Patrick right after Sonia Danville, and then he says Pat like a paragraph later. So he gave it a. But I mean, if you're reading it when it came out, he didn't give anything away. You're just like, okay, why the fuck do I care about these people?
Yeah.
Like this is pointless. Like just
that's why
this is where you go. Go ahead.
I was just saying that's why I think it's better to read the Dark Tower first and then Insomnia.
Oh yeah, that's why I did this one after, definitely, because it just makes more. I don't know if it makes sense, but you know why they're doing it at least. Well, you know what it's all for. His name's Roland. He's a king too. Really? Of what?
Yeah, since when?
Of the quartet.
Yeah, like that's one of those avenues I think he went down that forgot to tell Robin to bring him back to. Whereas maybe this is before Robin. This probably was before Robin. He was all on his own with nobody to tell him where to go, except the some Jack Daniels and a pile of coke. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I guess that's the story of Patrick Danville. Any thoughts?
I enjoyed it.
Insomnia is one of my favorites, but I would. It's very visual. I mean, all this shit is, but there's so much cool like shit that I could picture in this one, especially when the colors start flying and
Yeah.
they're standing talking to the two little midget doctors. Am I allowed to say that? In between levels of the hospital and the sun's like you can picture like the sun and the moon shooting behind them in the background. And then the death bags and the crawling under the giving tree with the rows of Dr. Seuss books and
Right.
it's so visual. I loved it. But that's my take. And this, yeah, this is like one of my desert island books, and I've used it in that situation when I've known that I was gonna have nothing to do for a couple of days. Insomnia is the book I chose. Well worth it. So that's my thought. Amber, what do you got?
Yeah, I agree. This is just a very good classic Stephen King book. I think this is my third time reading it, and there's still so much that I've remembered from even the first time, which is rare for me in reading Stephen King. But
There's so
like you
much I
said,
did. Okay,
the image or the descriptions are just so vivid that it really stuck with me. And like I remember the scene of them going under the tree from when I was like 14 and being like, what is this?
yes, when they go to his like lair, I guess the perfect
Yeah.
word for it. It's a lair. I remember that too. I was like, oh, like I knew it was coming. I was like, when are we getting there? Because I remember that part being awesome,
Mm-hmm. It's just
and it
such
was.
a
It was still awesome. It was differently awesome. It wasn't quite the way I remembered it, but it was still awesome.
yeah. Oh, I liked it.
So yeah. So yeah. And the podcast, everybody say bye. So anyway,
Bye.
what? Yeah, don't do that. So that's the end of Insomnia. Moving on. I don't know if anything else will get recorded.
Okay.
What are we doing next? What does everybody think?
Stick with tower related stuff because I know you said The Stand. Kind of.
First she went Insomnia, and then she's going Stand.
All in, baby.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Fuck it. Wait. Let me see what other.
We were saying that maybe we would take a break because The Stand is like another mini tower, just like a long
It's about a
endeavor.
1,400-page investment. So yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe doing something shorter and then going to The Stand, but I mean, if you want to just keep rolling, I can keep rolling. It don't matter to me.
When I read it
Whatever.
the first time, I went right into The Stand because I missed the tower so much. I was like, I want this again.
It's not really going to help you if you miss the tower, but it's tower like.
It's that same, good versus evil. We're building up both sides, lots of characters along the way that will live and die.
That's the other thing about Insomnia. Also, that you have the classic side, this side against that side
Yeah.
going on, and then it just takes a back seat to the overall evil almost. Well, actually, the overall evil kind of launches forward in this one, and the side versus side takes a back seat, kind of backwards. Because usually, like I always think of The Mist, classic Stephen King. You got the big evil and the little evil that's in your face. You got to deal with that one before you can worry about the big one.
I feel like all the stories have that.
Yeah. Except for maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
first.
Both sides are evil. I mean, we could. I'm always ready.
For what, Tommy
So-
knockers?
Yeah, I love
Dear God.
you people with your Tommy knocker hate. A lot of people apparently don't like Insomnia, which I didn't realize. So when I was reading that, I think that's all we gotta talk about. I
Starting
just found a
from the
study guide.
last Dark Tower book, our books just keep getting bigger.
Well,
Dark
I
Tower
think I have.
7 was big, Insomnia is bigger, now the Sand is even bigger.
So what are you saying? Under the Dome's next?
I'd be down.
I mean, I'm not saying no. I do want to do Talisman and Needful Things in there somewhere. Maybe we'll do Talisman after this because that's a fun little adventure. It's not a horror story. So, all right. That was Insomnia. Everybody go to sleep.
Okay.
All right. End of the podcast. Everybody say bye.
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 Bye.